This is the Haibo steed and the kuying Teton long-term review. So I purchased this one back in 2019 and I've been fishing it off and on, different size rods for a while, and it's done really well. It's a middle frame magnet. I have the upgraded magnet kit in it, and I added a drag clicker, and it's served me very well. Done real good. Still works to this day. It's 2026 now. I haven't had any issues. And back then I paid 58 bucks for it, and it came with extra bearings, ceramic bearings too. So I haven't even used those. They're still in the box. This is the box it came in. I've tried a bunch of different fishing lines, and so far this is my favorite fishing line to use. It's the Crappie Max 6-pound test. There's the information, and I like it the most. I like mono over fluorocarbon because it's cheaper, and I watched a video, and mono 6-pound test, monofilament, and a 6-pound test of fluorocarbon, visibility wise, is pretty much the same. So underwater, I saw some dude do a test on it, so I'm sticking to this. I like the high vis, and there's a 2.5 foot section that is clear that I use as my leader, and I've had no issues catching fish off that 2.5 foot section, and then I don't have to tie a leader on all the time, which sucks when I'm out on the water because it takes away from the time I have to fish. But this reel is really good. I can't find it on AliExpress no more, unfortunately. I wish I could, so I would buy another one just so I have an extra one. But I have two. I have this one. This is the first one I bought. I scratched it up. This is the second one I bought. I added a carbon fiber handle to that one, and drag clicker as well, upgraded magnets, and I like it. It's my favorite reel so far. So yeah, that's my Haibo steed. This is the bait box I'm using right now. It has all the baits that I like to throw. I don't typically go below 3 grams, maybe 2.5, 2.8 is about the lowest I'll go. This is like a 1/4 ounce. It's a little heavy, but that's a little spook. Topwater popper, that's the Bass Pro topwater popper. Jerk bait, this is all the Bass Pro. They're like $5.49, and they work great. These this one weighs 3.5 grams. This one weighs about 4.5, and then these are around the 3/16 mark. This is a 1/8 ounce, a little over 1/8 ounce. And then I throw in the Tequila Sunrise Bass Pro Squirmin' Worm with a 1/0 hook. And then I've been playing around with these Cinco Stickos from Bass Pro, the 3-inch ones, weightless, and the Haibo steed and the kuying Teton rods throw it just fine, pretty good distance. And then of course my favorite micro Texas rig bait is the Okeechobee craw right here, Rage Ned Bug. And that's what I keep in my bait box for now. Mainly the Tequila Sunrise worm and the Okeechobee craw. But all these baits work great on these. They throw a fishable good distance on the Haibo steed. So that's all you pretty much need. A little BFS sticker I put on there, Bass Pro box, small, compact. And then, so the Haibo steed, I started off fishing on the 6.3, which is this rod. This is the first one I bought, and then I immediately bought the 5'2" super ultralight, and I fished a lot with the Haibo steed on that. Problem was I couldn't backhand cast very well. I would have a backlash or a fluff up every time, and I wasn't in sync with the 6.3 as much, but I was more in sync with the 5.2, but I still couldn't backhand cast, which I really wanted to be able to do. I wanted to be able to backhand cast into tight little spots. So that made me go looking for a different reel. I bought the MK9, but it was a little too bulkier than the Haibo steed, so I went back to the Haibo steed, but I still couldn't backhand cast until I found this reel, and I could backhand cast no problem, and it works great. This is the Aurora Air, and it's small. The spool's really small, really lightweight. And then right after I bought this, I was gonna buy another one, and then I saw the High Star Year of the Dragon reel, and that thing is perfect for this rod, the 5.2 Super Ultralight. Like, I love it. I call it the Little Red Dragon, and it does everything. Like, it's a perfect fit for this rod. I absolutely love it. I suggest you get one if you can still get it on AliExpress. They're a little pricey, but the red, and it just matches perfect. If you want a cheaper option, this would be great for that rod. So I tried the 6.6 Light 2-piece, and I bass fish with it, and it does great. But I couldn't backhand cast, and I was struggling to cast into tight spots with the Haibo steed. So I jumped back to the Super Ultralight, and then I went out and I bought the 6 foot, and the Haibo steed fits the 6 foot rod perfect. Like, I could backhand cast. I don't have fluff ups, or I don't have a backlash when I backhand cast, ironically, with the 6 foot, but the rest of them I was. So that's why that one's gonna stay on that rod. It's perfect combo right there, and it's my favorite right now. And then my second favorite is the Little Red Dragon. I love this little thing. I've tested it. I've caught big fish on this thing, this rod with the Haibo steed. But like, this is my second favorite. This is my first favorite, second favorite. And the MK9, I'm gonna get a medium light rod that I just ordered off AliExpress. And I'm gonna try that, and with 10-pound crappie max instead of 6-pound, as more of a power BFS. But that light, kuying Teton light, is a nice rod. It catches fish. It casts everything in my bait box just fine. It's just on the lighter stuff, it's hard to get more accuracy out of it. But if you're just casting it in open spaces, it's fine. Heavier lures would be a little bit better, more in that 3/16 for the 6.62 light. Is kind of like the sweet spot for that one. For this reel and rod, 1/8 ounce, pretty much at 3.5, which is basically right here, all the way up to the 3/16 is the sweet spot for it and the Haibo steed. Same thing, the 16th ounce and the 1/8 ounce is perfect for that one, the Little Red Dragon. Pretty much stick around there. Don't go much higher than that. 6-pound test crappie max on both of those. And yeah, that's pretty much my long-term review. Like I said, I bought the Haibo steed back in 2019, and that was what Bass and Bonsai recommended, was this and the kuying Teton rods. And he wasn't wrong. It's been a great little combo. I upgraded mine, of course. I added drag clickers and the better brakes, because the stock brakes sucked. And right now, this was $58 without the brakes and the drag clicker. And now the newer ones come with drag clickers and better brakes. But they're in the $65 to $85 range for a budget option. So I pretty much have that in this thing, around $65, $70, $75, depending on the price on these two. So I'm sticking with these right now. This is basically what I've been rocking since 2019, is the Haibo steed and the kuying Teton rods. Haven't really seen a need to change from these rods. These are perfect BFS rods. And that's what I like to throw on it. So if you want to definitely get you this little setup, Little Red Dragon with the High Star Year of the Dragon reel, and then this kuying Teton Super Ultralight. Dude, you're gonna have a blast. I've had so much fun fishing with this. And like I said, for my bass fishing stuff, this for ponds and stuff, and then I'm gonna use the MK9 with the light, or the new medium light rod I'm gonna get for deeper lakes where I can put heavier line and stuff on it, where I may not get spooled. So I haven't been spooled, haven't had a fish spool me on this setup yet with the Haibo steed. So I've been lucky with all the small ponds I fish in. I've caught 4.5-pound bass, I've caught a 10-pound catfish on the super ultralight. I have a picture of that. Yeah, definitely need a net. Get this over at Bass Pro in the trout fishing section. This one's the lightest one. It doesn't weigh you down, and the silicone is the best. Don't get anything else. That silicone really works. Keeps from getting stuck, the hooks getting stuck in there. And yeah, but the Haibo steed, unfortunately can't get it no more. But this is my long-term review of that. I really tested it to its limits, you know, caught a wide range of size fish and areas and Texas rig, different size baits, and it's been done great. Like I said, until I figured out this 6 foot I could backhand cast accurately with the Haibo steed. That was the sweet spot with the rod, the way I cast and everything. It couldn't backhand cast with the super ultralight and the other two. It kept blowing up. I couldn't until I found that rod, and then I could backhand cast no problem. So that's where that's gonna stay. And then I'll probably put this one back on the 6'3" ultralight, just because it was my very first setup. Put some more line back on it. But I wanted to take it off there so I can do this review. But yeah, the Haibo steed has been a great BFS reel. There's all kinds of different BFS reels available now. So definitely try this line if you're wanting to try something and you hate tying on leaders. So, but yeah, any of these reels I highly recommend if you can find them. Can't find the MK9 no more. Can't find the Haibo steed. You can find this one though. But I want a bigger spool like this for bass fishing, and so I can hold a little more line in case a fish runs off into deeper waters. And this one's just super small, and I mean, but I haven't had no issues with that either though, so it works. All right, hope you enjoyed.